Hi, my name is Kelsey and today we're making eggplant rollatini. Hi everyone, welcome to today's Facebook Live event. My name is Kelsey and today we're making eggplant rollatini. I'll show you what I have here. So to get the eggplant cut into about a 1/4 inch thick, I use this mandolin. Definitely if you have one of these, be careful. You probably know it's very easy to cut your finger, or you can just slice it as is, but this kind of has the same length and width each time. So I have some eggplant, minced garlic, salt, pepper, Parmesan cheese, ricotta cheese. I just got this organic tomato basil pasta sauce. You can use whatever sauce that you'd like. 1 egg, and I did about a cup of frozen spinach, just thawed out. I cooked it a little bit first. So to start, this is a maintenance approved recipe. So if you are on the program, this isn't for you yet, but someday soon it will be. The reason for that is for the cheese and the cooked tomato sauce. What I did first was preheated my oven to 400. I'm gonna take my eggplant and just lay that out like this. You wanna make sure your eggplant is cooked just a little bit. It's fine if they overlap. At least I think it's fine if they overlap. And I'll put this little baby in here. I'm gonna put a little salt and pepper, and I'm gonna bake for about 8 to 10 minutes, just to get these cooked up a little bit. I have this 13 by 9 baking pan. What I'm gonna do is put, wow, I'm impressed that I did that on camera. I'm gonna put this in the bottom. This will just be the base layer. As I said before, you can definitely use any sort of sauce you'd like. This is a vegetarian friendly dish. So if you wanted, you could also do like a meat sauce too. It would be a great addition if you weren't keeping it vegetarian friendly. So I'll let this sit while the eggplant is cooking. Next, I'm gonna get my ricotta spinach mixture together. So I already have 1 whisked egg. I'll add the spinach. Some Parmesan cheese. It calls for about 1/2 cup of ricotta. I usually just eyeball most things, but you can definitely measure out if you'd like to. This all mixed together. Once the eggplant's all cooked up, you're basically just gonna this is the inside of it. This is my dog Brady. He's very interested in what I'm doing. He likes to watch. So I'll add a little bit of minced garlic. It calls for 1 clove, so I just did a little scoop. I'll add some salt and pepper as well. If you make this recipe or any others, please tag us and let us know. Or if you know anything that you'd like to see me make, feel free to comment below. So this is what the inside mixture will look like. Looks great, smells great. So now I'll just wait for my eggplant to cook and then I'll add everything together. I did a little test one, but my eggplant is all cooked, or soft, I should say. So you just put a little bit of your mixture at the end, roll like so, and then add it to your baking dish. I'm definitely eyeballing it, but just with the amount of pieces of eggplant I have, I want to make sure I have enough. I also only used 1 large eggplant. The recipe calls for 2, but it says for 10 pieces, but this made about 12. So if that helps you for just thinking about, you know, purchasing wise. This is a great low carb alternative for a Italian dish. This looks really good, so I'm really excited to try it. Next week I'm making zucchini noodles with clam sauce, which is also more of an Italian sort of dish. So be sure to watch that video as well. This is actually really easy. I was kind of nervous thinking that this might be a harder recipe, but it's really easy and simple. The longest part is it just takes 60 minutes to cook in the oven. So I would say, like, if you're making this with maybe like a protein, do this part first, so that way you have plenty of time to make everything else that you're trying to make for dinner, because this part is easy. Probably add a little bit more on these ones just because I have extra. When I first read this recipe, I didn't think that you really needed to cook the eggplant ahead of time, but it definitely is helping. So I would not skip that step. My last one. Perfect. So now I'll add the sauce. If you like less sauce, definitely add less. I added a lot, just honestly by accident. Perfect. Now I'm going to take my mozzarella cheese. You can also do some Parmesan too if you are feeling crazy. It was a lucky day. You love shredded cheese. So does this one. All right. My eggplant rollatini is all set and ready to go in the oven. I'm just going to cover it with tin foil for 60 minutes at 400, and then I will check on it. I'm going to check on my eggplant. Excuse me. Looks perfect. 2 minutes for this. But eggplant rollatini, if you make this or any others, let us know, and I can't wait to see you next time.